Hey ladies, Coach Kim here. I am trying to really hop back into my business this month. Most of you already know that I'm pregnant and I've had a really rocky start, much more so than last time. And you can tell I just look all frazzled. And I woke up and I took my son to school, but I really decided to recommit today. I have been atrocious with my eating, with my workouts. I know I have a wonderful excuse, and that some would say it's not even an excuse. And I've definitely been taking care of myself and listening to my body, but I also feel a little bit of the morning sickness starting to leave, and I'm really anxious to jump back in because I really want this to be a super healthy pregnancy and to show people, how that can be done. I will tell you that I've noticed that over the last month, as I've been really struggling with being sick and being tired, I have had no motivation to work my business. I mean, none. And for any of you who know me at all, you know this is the complete opposite of me. I've been all in since I started. But I had been praying for balance, and I had been praying for God to open my eyes to how I could really not feel that mom guilt, like I was kind of doing this at the expense of my son sometimes, and how I could just make it work for our family a little bit better than it was because of my all-in tendency, and sometimes that's what gets in the way. So as I was praying about that, I started to just feel him kind of taking away, I think, a little bit of my motivation to do the business as much. And I was focusing on my son more and doing mom activities again and play dates, and it just started to feel a lot better. However, as I started to get sick and tired with the pregnancy, I found that my motivation just left completely. And now I get to see what it's like for my coaches who have kind of just dropped the ball and why it's so quick and easy to just give up completely. And same thing with our challengers who, fall off track for a round and then we just like never hear from them again. So, what I wanted to do is hold myself accountable to this team by saying this. And I feel this is much needed to say. I am recommitting to my own business this month, but I'm recommitting to yours. I am not the world's best coach. I know myself I wasn't going to cry. And I know that full well. I am still learning. There's so much I don't know about this business, but I don't want that to overwhelm me, and I don't want that to overwhelm you. We could watch videos all day, every day, and still feel like we don't know what we're doing, right? It's a process, and we have to get okay with the fact that it's a process. There's a ton we still don't know about health and wellness. There's a ton that we still don't know about coaches, being coaches, and about our businesses, and about these programs and products, and that's okay. Like, we don't ever want our coaches that sign up with us to feel like they have to know it all to be good at it, and you don't. And I feel like I'm living proof of that. You might think I'm great at it. You might think I've got it all together, but the good Lord knows that I don't. And I know that I have struggled to figure out how I can talk with all my coaches and set up weekly calls, trying to get up, my own Coach Basics and my own push to diamonds and my own push to emeralds and all these things that have been on my list for months that still haven't happened. And then, I look at my coach who has struggled to kind of do the same. And I've just felt like I haven't always had a lot of guidance or leadership, but I realize that I need to do that myself. It's my business, and whether it succeeds or not, and how much I make, and how many people I help, and how well my coaches do, is in large part dependent on me and the training that I pursue, and what I choose to do every day, if I show up to my business or not. And you don't have to spend hours to do it. You just have to be all in when you are and not let yourself get distracted. You know what you need to do, and if you don't, then you need to figure out what you need to do. And that today is really what I want to talk to you about. Because I'm going to start doing this way crazy. You're going to notice it. I want you to follow along, and I want you to do this for yourself. So I just listened to the National Wake Up Call from last week by Angie Belmar. It was really about overcoming your fears and your fear of social media and ways that you can just post. And this is a really common thing because the best way I've grown my business, the biggest way I've grown my business, where all my coaches and clients have come from, is from social media. But it's really important because we can get in our own way. I know lately I've been like, gosh, not a lot of people have been liking my posts. And like, I feel like sometimes when I post, I'm posting the same thing, or I don't exactly know what to post. And sometimes we look at that number of likes or comments and think, oh, so that wasn't good. Should I delete it? And it gets in our heads and our confidence. And that's not good. So one thing is you have to get okay with the fact that there might not be really any likes or comments on your posts as you get started. As a new coach, I barely had any on my posts, but I still kept posting them because I knew that eventually the likes and the comments would come. People needed to see me being consistent. So you have to let go of that result-based thought process that so many of us have and realize that thinking tends to hold us back. Like, we don't want clients who need instant results because this isn't an instant result thing. This business for me, some people could look at me and say, gosh, you've only been able to build to $2,000 a month and you've been in it for over a year. To me, I think that's amazing, but this is a slow business. This is not like I'm going to get rich quick. I mean, for some people who can work this like a full-time job, it is, but that's not me, and that's probably not you. And that's not why we started it. Like we started it to have something, a way that we can help others and generate some extra income and hold ourselves accountable, right? So I don't want you to feel like you've got to work it all the time, or your goals may not be somebody else's goals. But if you've got goals, I want to know what they are. I want to get them on my whiteboard downstairs in my office, and I want to help hold you accountable. And not all my coaches want to be held accountable. Many of you just want to do this on your own terms and your own time, and that's okay. But I want you, if you haven't already, to communicate that with me. Because if you want more guidance from me, if you want, some additional help, or, you want to share your goals and I hold you accountable, you want to do a monthly check-in, I need to know. And I'm going to get a calendar going and share it, and you guys can sign up for spots. If you want to have a call with me, then let's set it up. I'm going to get a little bit more disciplined with how long those calls are, so that I can help everybody and still make my own business succeed. I never want any of you to be spending too much time with your coaches, because although I want you to be there for them and support them, ultimately your business needs to be about 80% of your time and your coach is about 20%. Every coach has their own responsibility. Whether your business sinks or swims depends on you. And you could point the finger at your upline, and I know I've had the tendency sometimes to do that. Amanda has done that with her upline, but you know what? It doesn't do anything. Playing the blame game isn't going to do anything to help you and your business move forward. So you've just got to take and hold yourself accountable. And if you don't know something, go find the answer. So if you don't know about social media, or a lot, you feel like you don't know what to post, when to post, hopefully this will help you. Or if you just have a little bit of a fear of posting too much about Beachbody and things like that. So today, Angie Belmar's call that I listened to from last week was really awesome. Talked a little bit about size and Insanity Max 30. So if you haven't done those programs or don't know a lot about them, I'd encourage you to listen to Sean T. He hopped on the call at the beginning, the creator of both those programs, and talked a little bit about them. So you could, put that into a post. It's definitely important to always be knowing, a little knowledgeable of the programs, even if you haven't done them. Also, then Angie had a wonderful call. I mean, I really encourage you all to listen to it when you're driving into work. Remember, personal development, these trainings, they can fit into your schedule wherever. If you're doing the dishes, if you're shaving your legs, if you're like brushing your pool deck or vacuuming your pool, whatever it is you're doing, there are spots in the day that you can do this. It just becomes about you seeing them. Okay, so this call had a lot of great information about when you can post. So she was saying, like, do a stop, drop, and selfie, which is really just where you stop what you're doing and you turn around, take a picture of yourself, and you share one thing you're grateful for about the Beachbody business. It might be friendships. It might be that it's held you more accountable. It might be the results you've gotten. It might be, the free prizes that you get. It might, whatever it might be. There's things about this business that's teaching you, showing you, helping you, that it's already done for you, about being a coach. Okay. And that's almost like a soft invite, and showing people into your life what you love about coaching, what it's doing for you, whether that's 20, 40 bucks a month that you're bringing in, or paying for your own Shakeology, or, where I am or beyond, where it's paying for vacations, whatever it may be. She also talked about how you really want to document your journey. And that's what really speaks to people. The end result is not really so much about what inspires people as the journey, because they're on their journey too, and they want to see you on your journey. So make sure that when you make a post that you're always adding value to people's lives. So it's not something that you're just like, throw up a post-workout selfie, and there's really no like purpose to it, right? Like it's not anything that's going to speak to anyone. If you're going to throw up a selfie, put a motivational quote across the bottom of it, or maybe take that picture and say what it is that you want to say. Like maybe today's workout was extra hard. Maybe you were up all night with babies and you really just didn't want to do it. And all the excuses ran in your head this morning, but you knew that you would feel better if you did it. And, you knew that your challengers were looking to you to be the example or whatever it is. And so you push play and you feel so much better and more energized for the day. There's always a message. Maybe it's that you didn't get your workout in yesterday, but you did today, and you don't need a Monday to start fresh. You can do it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Like it doesn't have to be a Monday. Maybe that's your message. Maybe it's that, you got off track over the weekend, but rather than beating yourself up about it, you're just going to hop back on. Well, there's so much that you could say. Maybe it's about the fact that you just did your first official push-up or your first official chin-up or pull-up, and you've never done one before. It doesn't have to be Non-Scale Victory Wednesday for you to talk about it. Whatever happened today, whatever's going on in your journey today, share it. Like document your journey. Hashtag 21 Day Fits. Hashtag day 12, if that's what you're doing. Hashtag, whatever it is, like stronger every day. Try to make sure that you're just showing people where you are in your journey, and that whatever it is you're learning today, and there should always be something that you're learning or something that's going through your mind, that you share that for people to be able to follow you, to follow your journey, and invite them to join you. You can always hashtag come join me or something like that at the end. There are so many things that you can do on social media. If you are uncomfortable with videos, I would highly encourage you to start practicing with them with that live feature on Facebook now. You can do a live invite to a coach sneak peek. You can do a live invite to a challenge group. You can talk, just get on there and talk about the benefits of Shakeology and whip it up and show people. I mean, there are so many things. Do a move of the day, Angie was saying, is a great thing. So one of the moves that you just did in your workout today, take a quick video of yourself doing it. And show people, what that move is and why it's so great. There's so many things that you could do every single day. If you're showing them your Shakeology, share the recipe. But you want to get behind the camera. You are the brand. That's what you need to be building. It's your business. And in order to be building a business, like think of your Facebook ads almost, or your Facebook posts almost like advertisements. Any company is going to advertise. You need to be advertising, and social media is the best place to do it. But you ultimately want to be building trust and building relationships with people. So always reaching out to people, always offering to help, inviting them to join you. And pray over those posts, pray over the people that are seeing them, pray over your invitations. And if you have a hard time inviting to a regular challenge group, again, start with the free things. You should always be running a free group every month. So you always have something to invite to with that. You can invite them into our free online fitness community, Fit with Faith, and plug them in there. I'm going to be doing advertisements throughout the month from now on with our sale promotions in case they need a new program, about the coach sneak peek in case they're interested, when we're running a free group or whatever. So plug people into that that have been like clean eaters or past clients, past challengers, whatever it may be. So I really want to start building that, and that's your community too. So post in there whenever you can. And, so don't forget that you can always have throughout the day. Let me make sure I covered them all. Hold on, because I wrote most of them down. Yeah. And so you always just want to be consistently adding value. Draw a really clear picture of what you do as a coach. Do that stop, drop, and selfie, anytime throughout the day. Share your Shako video or a workout picture or a move of the day. Document a journey through like the ultimate reset or the 3-day refresh where you do a video every day, or you show all of your videos throughout the day. Don't really be worried about posting too much about, your business. Yes, we want to have that balance, but if you're actually doing something for just 3 days and you post your food all throughout the day, that's okay. If you don't want to be too much about Beachbody, then just make more posts. So maybe you'll have 6 posts total on social media that day instead of 3. And that way it kind of balances out. Don't forget about personal development. And that's always going to give you something to share with people as well. They're going to see how you're changing, how you're filling your mind with positive things. She mentioned a really great book called Punch Fear in the Face. I think it's Johnny Cuff. And that's something that sounds like it's a great book to invest in and read. Always, there's so many things that you can be sharing on social media. Just make sure that you're adding value. So before you click post, is this going to speak to someone today? Is this going to add value to someone's life? Or is it kind of a meaningless post? Make sure it's meaningful. Make sure that you are just, sharing your journey and inviting people to join you. And I think you'll be really successful. So you guys can watch as I start to do a lot more of these things myself on my page. I'm really going to recommit this month. I can tell you, to hold myself accountable. I am at Success Club 0 right now. I have a ton of people interested and nobody that's purchased yet, but this has been my most inconsistent month as a coach. But I also know that it's not too late. I know that I've got like 6 days left, 6 or 7 days to really hit the ground running. And I know I've had coaches who have hit Success Club, high, like 8 or 10 in one day at the end of the month. Ariel's done it a couple times. I've had other coaches do it. It is completely possible to go from 0 to 6 in a day or more. So I know I have plenty of time. I'm going to kick up my inviting. 3 is not going to cut it right now. So I'm going to be doing more like 10 or 15 invites a day. And I encourage you to join me. You all have some big things on the line. Some of you have Success Club Starter on the line, free tickets to Summit, recognition calls, prizes. And there are, rank advancements or just keeping rank and things. And I know that you can do it, because these things that seem maybe insignificant in your life right now, when you put a little bit of your time into helping other people, it's really going to help you rise. It is going to change things for your family. It is going to show you that you can do something that you didn't know you can do, but you've got to dig down deep and find it within yourself. And remember that your business is only going to grow as much as you grow. You have to be investing in your own growth, in a book, in a seminar, an audio cast, whatever it is. Spend a little bit of money on you. Invest in you and what you need in your life right now to be the best version of you, and share that. It doesn't just have to be about Beachbody. All right. So I love you, ladies. I hope you're all having a great month. I know a lot of us have been walking through some tough seasons. Maybe share that too. The more vulnerable you are, the more it's going to speak to people and they're going to connect with you. And we're all about making connections. That's what this business is about. And you never know who you might be helping. So I'm here for you. If you have any questions, you want to set up a call, let me know. And I hope that you all have a wonderful end of the month and that you push a little bit and just see what's possible, because you know that you are capable of so much more than you think you are. And no matter how rough your month has been so far, no matter what's going on, if you dig deep, I can guarantee you can end this month and start June on a completely different note than you are now. But it's got to be you that does it. You got to be that change that you wish to see and motivate yourself. All right. Talk to you ladies soon.